Welcome to another edition of Inside Brand Japan. Today, we're diving into a ritual that a lot of foreign executives find, well, let's just say, a bit uncomfortable. The 5-minute morning assembly, the Chorei. Now, getting this right isn't just about being culturally sensitive. It's a fundamental test of your business sense. If you misread what's happening in those 5 minutes, you're not just making a faux pas. You could be putting your entire position in the market at risk.
So let's be absolutely clear about the stakes right from the start. This isn't about being a few minutes late to a typical meeting. In the Japanese corporate world, if you consistently skip the Chorei, nobody's going to think you just had a scheduling conflict. No, they're going to see it as a silent and very public resignation from the team's mission.
And this is where the disconnect becomes so huge. If you're new to this, you probably see a strange ritual demanding what looks like mindless obedience, something straight out of the industrial age. But for anyone who really understands the landscape, this is the single most important diagnostic tool of the entire day. It has nothing to do with obedience. It's all about corporate calibration, a quick daily pulse check on the health and alignment of the entire organization.
So to really get why this ritual persists, we have to look past the surface and get into the actual mechanics. The logic here is baked right into the cultural operating system of Japanese business. The driving principle is wa, which you've probably heard translated as harmony. But listen, in this context, wa isn't some passive, feel-good agreement. It's an active, deliberate synchronization of the group. In a high-context culture where so much is left unsaid, the Chorei is that one rare moment where everyone gets on the exact same page at the exact same time. Even the circular formation is intentional. There's no head of the table. It's a closed loop of shared, visible accountability.
There's even a physiological component to all this. It's a concept called behavioral entrainment. When an entire group moves together, breathes together, and speaks in unison, their actual heart rates can start to synchronize. This is a process that totally bypasses rational thought and reinforces the company not just as a place to work, but as a single living organism. It creates belonging on a really primal level.
Now, you might be thinking this is all for traditional, old-school companies. Not so fast. Let's take a look at Kyocera. This case gives us hard evidence that the Chorei isn't some relic. It's a foundational management tool for a high-performance, global tech company.
So the founder, Kazuo Inamori, created this really revolutionary system he called amoeba management. And what it does is break the entire company down into these small, highly autonomous units that pretty much operate like independent businesses.
But here's the crucial insight Inamori had. He knew that this level of radical freedom could easily just spin out into chaos. The only way it could possibly work is if the alignment of every single employee to the company's core philosophy was absolute and reinforced constantly.
So you have all these agile, independent amoebas running around, each chasing its own profit and loss targets with an incredible amount of freedom. So the big question is, what stops them from just drifting apart?
And here's the answer. For Kyocera, the Chorei is the glue. It's the shared gravity that keeps the whole decentralized organization from flying apart. It's the moment where the big, abstract corporate philosophy gets made real, gets connected to the actual tasks of each little amoeba, making sure that autonomy never, ever undermines unity.
Okay, so this brings us to what you can actually do with this information. It's time to shift your perspective. You need to stop seeing the Chorei as an obligation and start using it as a source of vital business intelligence.
Your presence there is all about the concept of giri, or duty. Think about it this way. Your participation is a kind of social payment. You're publicly showing that you're willing to share in the collective effort of the day. And when you skip it, you're basically signaling that you're just a mercenary, not a real member of the team. The damage to your reputation, frankly, is huge.
So here's your strategy. We call it engaged observance. First, you have to reframe this in your head. It's an opportunity. Second, be fully present. Your posture, your attention, it all sends a message of respect. Third, and this is key, use the time to kuki o yomu, to read the air. This is your chance to diagnose team morale, to spot friction before it becomes a real problem. And finally, if you get the chance to speak, connect that abstract corporate philosophy to a concrete, recent win from your team. That move, right there, shows real leadership.
All right, let's distill all of this down to the one core takeaway. That 5-minute standstill is so much more than it looks.
In the Japanese corporate environment, your simple physical presence at the Chorei is the absolute primary currency of belonging. It's an act that communicates your commitment, your respect, and your solidarity more powerfully than any email you could ever write or presentation you could ever give. In this world, your presence weighs more than your words.
So,
We'll leave you with a question for your own operations. Have you ever noticed a change in how your Japanese colleagues approach you after you began consistently showing up for the morning rituals?